We are not lions anymore. Kind of think, who the fuck are you to fuck with me? That's why they steal my videos and create fake accounts. All right, welcome back once again. This is the Outlaw Apostle Show. I am the Outlaw Apostle Troy Neff, your host. Wow, that last episode, we really went at it a little bit. This is the Outlaw Apostle Show. I'm Troy Neff. Please, if you have comments, drop them below. I am going to be interacting with those that do comment. I love doing that. I've done that on my other platforms and can't wait to do that with you guys. If you have suggestions, more topic suggestions, okay? But feedback is appreciated. I'm the fucking guy. Me way back to my radio days with the things that I used to talk about. I'm really looking forward to that being up airing and seeing what response we get from some of the things that were said.
Very curious. The episode just went up about 30 minutes ago, and I'm very curious as to what
super
people got to say.
hoping we don't get banned.
That's my main concern. That is my main concern, is that episode goes down.
We're too early to be banned.
You know, but
to get canceled.
But the beautiful thing is the video was uploaded, and they do like a small kind of, they go through it before you can upload it. Mm-hmm. So far, so good. So far so good. They would have said something. It would have got like age restricted or something if it was too inappropriate or whatever. So as of today, we are fine.
I'm not really worried about that, but it was a topic that really is just not addressed, and that's why I thought it was important to bring up and talk about. And that's what I want to do, is just share like that my thoughts on things and kind of go from there, see where things go. But there was a story that I didn't get to during that episode because we went on for a minute and you threw in some questions, and then there you go.
Oh, man.
And
an hour, 30 minutes later.
Wow. Was it that long?
It was about, prior to me editing, it was about 122, I think. I got it down to like 110, 114.
So is that like our longest episode
I believe that is our longest episode to date. And I'm not sure because I've seen a few comments. Some people are saying they like the kind of shorter, like 45-ish minutes episodes, and I've seen one or two episodes or comments saying that they do like the longer length one. So I mean, we mix it around depending on the day and whatnot.
Yeah, we're not going to quibble between 45 and 60 minutes. Yeah. It's just going to be what it is. You like long form, or long form's not your thing.
Yeah.
People that like short form. There are some people that are just going to like the little clips.
Oh, yeah.
And just the messages from the clips. And that's okay, too.
Oh, that's
we're still getting our message out there.
Exactly. And the good thing for the audience out there is hopefully within the next two episodes, probably this episode and the one coming up, I will have timestamps in the description. So if there's anything that you'd like to listen to specifically or come back at a later date, you can have it in the description.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've seen that on some of the better shows doing that, so I'm kind of excited about that. And now the episode that you just put up that we did on Tuesday, does that have our new intro?
Our brand new intro, brand new outro. We got all kinds of new stuff for people this time around. Episode 6 is a little nice. You get a little teaser at the beginning of the episode as well. It doesn't go straight into hello, how are you doing? You get a little tease of what we're going to be speaking about throughout the episode. So it's nice. I think the video, although it's not perfect, it came out a lot better than what the first original 5 episodes, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. And that's why we just started, and we're going to learn this together as we go and keep making it better. Man. And it is better. You could just look at it and just see it's way more professional and cool. It just looks very, very good. I'm very, very pleased.
And like I was telling you earlier today, hopefully the audience is going to get an even better perspective because we're going to have a new camera sometime next week. We're going to have better lights. So hopefully the color doesn't change per episode. So it's not a different color episode. We're going to slowly,
lighting. Yeah, lighting's important.
So it's gonna look good for the audience. It's gonna sound good. It's gonna look good, and I'm really excited. The episode 10 and above is, I promise you guys, it's gonna be good episodes.
And that is Leo, aka Chase.
Chase it is. Because you know what?
The producer.
Because I'm about that money.
You're about that money. That is all right as well. So one of the things I kind of wanted to get into, because it is the main thing that I do, is helping and giving people advice, consulting with people on testosterone replacement therapy, giving them information that they need to really understand how safe and beneficial treating low T is and the benefits of treating it if it's treated properly and how life-changing it can be. And it truly is life-changing if done right. And I don't know if have you ever seen Dwayne Johnson in the series called Ballers?
Ballers.
Okay, it's a
Is it-
great
is it-
fucking series, dude.
Is
If
it a
you like
newer
what
show
you-
or an older show?
I it's done now. It was like 5 seasons.
Okay. Okay.
So it's been
I might have-
recent,
I might- I
not
might have
too
seen
long
it,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I started rewatching it.
Okay.
I've watched it once. And there's just kind of a theme throughout Ballers about him advocating because in it he becomes a money manager
Okay.
for athletes, and in it he was a former athlete
Yeah.
of Hall of Fame caliber, supposedly. In real life,
Yeah, sure.
after Miami, he went to Canada, and that didn't work out. And he came home with $7. That's the whole 7 thing that you see in his like movie trailer thing, 7 production.
Because he only had $7.
Because he had like $7 to his name,
That's kind
or
of
something like
I
that.
respect that.
But it really, there's a episode I watched late last night. I couldn't sleep, so I watched a couple episodes. They're not very long. And just advocating. He took on the NCAA and this was like prior to things changing and players being paid.
Yeah.
It was really kind of about that and advocating for the players and what the rules used to be like. Now, maybe the rules have gone too far the other way with the NIL and it being totally out of control. That's a whole debate and discussion for sports fans and people that it matters to, of course. But the rules used to suck. A coach could leave. And a player couldn't just leave then because I got recruited by this coach. I'm coming to play for this coach. He fucking leaves for a big money guaranteed contract. And now I'm stuck at this school. And if I want to go, you had to take like a year off or whatever. It was really bullshit.
Yeah.
It was really fucked up. Now, should players be able to leave on a whim like they are now? Probably not. That's probably way too much. It's probably, like I said, overboard. But it was just his advocate. There was a bigger thing, and it had to do with his brother, and it was very interesting. But it just hit me because I was told this a couple of years ago where I was with somebody, spent some time with somebody that really got me to see a bigger picture of myself and the impact that I can make. And I wanted to make an impact. But I just wasn't, I wasn't thinking big enough. And this guy was thinking and talking about things that were national and international, like big, big shit. And the only thing stopping me from thinking about those things truly was me, for myself. I can't do that because why? Because I'm who? People aren't going to, who's going to listen to you? That's the things that voice tells us, right? Because we all have that voice. Unfortunately. And that's kind of where it hit me last night. And it really is related to this. And what I'm going to be talking about here, I really want to advocate for men. That really is super, super important to me to take this discussion bigger. Take this discussion from that we're going to talk about it on this show. And eventually somebody's going to ask me that's important. That also has a really big podcast, bigger podcast than me, is going to ask me to be a guest. And where I'm going to be able to go on their show and their platform and advocate for men and men's health and for testosterone replacement therapy, for hormone replacement therapy. Some people have heard me say this on TikTok and when I've done other short videos and things where I say, I really, honestly, I care. I give a shit about men and men's health. And women have had the ability, have had hormone replacement therapy as a part of their medical care for decades with literally no pushback whatsoever. None. Because women are really good at telling you, my body, my choice. Well, maybe men, maybe we need to adapt that. My body, my choice. And why is it controversial for men to get hormone replacement therapy, but women, it's no big deal because we've got this set in our mind that when we talk about hormones and then testosterone, all of a sudden the S word gets used. Steroids. You're gonna die. You're gonna have a heart attack. And look on a post of someone that's a competitor, that does take it to another level, that takes it beyond testosterone replacement therapy, okay? Find a post or a reel about that and look through the motherfucking comments. And I guarantee you, probably 75 at least, up to 80% of those comments are not good comments, are ignorant comments, and they're made by people who just want to make excuses. Nobody's saying that everybody has to take it that far or do those things or do cycles, but just even replacement therapy. That should be considered for a whole lot of men. I talked to a man today, 37 years old, whose testosterone level was below 300 at 37 years old. The other day, I talked to someone who was 33 years old, and his was 250 at 33 years old. Testosterone replacement therapy used to be thought of really for men over 40. But I can tell you, because I've been doing this for almost 16 years now, that over the last 5 years, that men in their 30s, even in their 20s, who are not overweight or extremely overweight, obese or anything like that, that it's surprising the number of men who legitimately have low T. That we're not talking about, well, it's low because they have a shitty lifestyle. We're not talking about a shitty lifestyle here. Or again, that they're terrible at diet, or that they're not exercising at all. In the cases of the two men that I mentioned, these are guys working out 4 or 5 times a week consistently and putting in the work and then not seeing the results. And the reason they're not seeing the results is because their hormone levels are low. If you do the work, if you get your diet on point and you put in the work, lifting in the gym, progressive overload, or whatever it is that you desire or want to do, or activity you want to do, CrossFit or other activity, be in jujitsu or lift and do jujitsu, whatever. You want to be active, and that for those guys in there, they're just not able to be their very best for the work that they're putting in because of their hormone levels. And it's an easy fix. It's not an expensive fix. So we can't say that, well, the insurance companies don't want it and they don't want to have to pay for it, because of cost. This is one of the cheapest motherfucking fixes in the world, people. It's cheap. And it's cheaper to get real testosterone than the fake testosterone boosters that I complained about on the last episode. Real testosterone is cheaper in most cases. And I'm not talking about you stupid ass motherfuckers that want to talk about, $85 being expensive when it's not for real testosterone. Because if you're paying, $50 or less, you're not getting real shit unless your insurance is paying for it. You're getting some shit some dude made in a trailer. in a sink in a trailer or his garage.
Some
Get the fuck
Breaking
out
Bad
of here with
stuff.
that shit. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about real testosterone and doing things right. And how many people are on TikTok? There's more now. And do you know where those guys came from? Me. Some of those are my guys talking about testosterone replacement therapy and doing it right and getting your labs done. Because the one guy mentioned today, right, that when this is another guy I talked to today, because that's all I do all day is talk to people about their health, that whenever he likes, one of my videos or comments on TikTok, and I have a new TikTok now, at the Real Outlaw Apostle, that when he likes it, he instantly is getting DM'd and hammered by other people that want to sell him shit. That's what they do. That's what the scammers do. Okay? They're going to a place where they know that people are going to get real information to try to scam those people because they think, well, people are likely to be there because on their own pages, they don't get a lot of traction. That's why they steal my videos and create fake accounts. Because all they used to do is put up pictures of steroids and they thought people were going to come to them. And some people did, and they got burned. Don't be stupid. But yeah, just getting blasted. And I don't do that. Like, I do communicate and interact, and I'll interact with the people that become YouTube subscribers. And I will start, commenting. I haven't really done that, but I will start going on there on a daily basis as of today and checking it out and thanking people for their support. And if somebody has a question or something, answering it on there, interacting. That's what made my TikTok so good, was the fact that I did that because people told me that's what made it so good. Because they would leave comments for other people that they kind of liked and were getting information from, but they would never get a response from them. And they got a response from me. And from there, I have done direct messages or say, hey, direct message me and things like that. But if you clicked on my page, if you liked something on TikTok, if you left a comment, I didn't, unless we talked back and forth or so, I didn't get in your DM and say, hey, I got a link for you if you want one. I got a hookup for you. I don't do that. The scammers do. That's what they do. So stay away from the motherfucking scammers, for one. All right? But the whole point is that we want to provide information first. We want to interact. We want to help people. I don't know why that so many more men and now more young men are experiencing low testosterone. I don't know why it's happening.
Do you think it's a generational thing?
No, I do not. No, I think it is environment. It is our food. I think long term, it's slowly the numbers have come down simply because we are not lions anymore. Most men are not lions. They don't act like lions. They're fucking weak little bitches. They're sheep. We don't hunt anymore. Men don't hunt. You aren't going out killing dinner every motherfucking night. All right? You're just not doing that shit. You're not having two ox pull your plow as you're standing on the back of the plow trying to get that motherfucker in the ground so you can throw some seeds down. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that kind of physical work and thing. And I think, just naturally,
over time.
Yeah, over time. That explains a decline, over 150 year period of what were men's testosterone levels back then and what they are today. And we know they've declined. I don't know when the first time men's testosterone levels were ever checked. We'll have to look that up.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, that would be interesting to know when the first time that was ever done. But we do know it's declined for sure. So I don't know why. And it would be interesting to find out why. But right now, I'm not focused on the why it's happening. We know that it is, and you don't have to live that way. I just don't want you to you don't have to live with the low T when there is nothing bad about synthetic. Nothing. When the synthetic thing you're putting into your motherfucking ass is identical to what the natural thing is.
So
Yes, you have.
first time testosterone was used medically in 1939. First time they started measuring testosterone was in the 1970s, which doesn't really add up too much.
Well, that's interesting, though. But we do know. I mean, they do know that if there's, then they know some other way, the way that they figure out things, that it's declined over
So
time.
I don't know if you ever heard that where they say, was it like strong men create like soft men over generation
Yeah.
or whatever? Do you think that's what's going on? Is that just over generations?
No,
men
I
are
think
becoming soft, so the testosterone
well,
level goes down.
Well, we're never going back. We're never going back
Yeah.
to the type of, physical work that was done. You got even in the early 1900s. Think about it. When the railroads were built in the,
Whenever it was.
whenever it was,
Yeah.
1800s. We're not going back to that.
No,
that
no.
shit's not happening anymore.
Yeah, we have
And,
technology.
and even if it does happen, it's being done a whole lot differently. It's not going to be done with a bunch of Chinese labor. It's not being
that's
done
true.
that way.
That's just true.
It's just true. Yeah, it's not being done that way, that kind of physical work. I'm not saying physical work isn't done, but it does make a difference. But I think there's something else going on. I don't know if there's something nefarious going on or not. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I just know that there is. And I know that there seems to be this culture out there that still looks down on it, where people just don't understand really how safe and how good it really is. But I can tell you that the guys that are taking it, they can tell you.
Pull the mic a little closer to you.
Oh. Thank you. So you can tell me that anytime. See, that's how we fix shit.
Perfect.
But yeah, we can. The guys, it affects men tremendously. It affects their moods. And I'm not talking about roid rage either. Those stupid ass motherfuckers. Now, I'm not saying it can't make someone a little bit edgy, but I promise you, testosterone, even Tren, does not take nice guys and turn them into assholes. Here's the thing. You were already an asshole. That's it. But here's the thing, though, too. This is how I explain it.
Yeah.
When you take someone and they become bigger, stronger, more muscular, now more confident, okay?
That's the big word right there.
Confidence. And then someone else is fucking with you. You kind of think, who the fuck are you to fuck with me? That's not roid rage. That's just fuck you, dude.
That's just confidence.
That's
all
just
that's all that
confidence,
is.
man. That's not roid rage. In fact, it's so funny in texting, especially because we misconstrue text so much, sometimes because of my swearing, and I swear in text as much as I do in person, that, people who don't know me are like, well, it's because of the steroids. I'm swearing you must be, or that I must be angry. I'm not angry, motherfucker. I don't have to be angry to say motherfucker.
It's just common vocabulary around
It's
this
just
stuff.
common vocabulary. And I don't say it to get attention. I don't say it. I'm just saying it because it's just naturally flows from who I am to make the points that I want to make. And as I've said before, my point of view isn't for everyone. And that's okay. I'm not looking for everyone. I'm just looking for my real brothers out there, the real Outlaw Fitness family. I'm just looking for those dudes. This is the Outlaw Apostle Show. I'm Troy Neff. I appreciate you so much. Please subscribe, like, share, do what you got to do. I'm the fucking guy. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
I had a question for you actually about fitness. What is your Gym routine. What is your typical gym routine? Do you do legs?
Oh,
I just had a because we talk about
Sure.
testosterone so much, and I know you're in the gym quite a bit. I
Yeah.
actually was going through your
And I
social
am
stuff.
for testosterone replacement therapy. My dad's 80 years old, and I have my dad on testosterone. Okay, and he's not going to the gym. So just so people understand that testosterone replacement therapy does not mean that it's
gym
it means gym or fitness or that you can't benefit if you are a man from the use of testosterone and fixing your low T, and that now I think it'd be smart for you to go to the gym, even if but you don't have to be you don't have to be a gym rat. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
But I think everybody should get involved with physical activity as long as they can. You need to maintain your muscle as you age. There literally is nothing more important. Even your weight comes slightly, it's 1A and 1B. 1A is lean muscle. 1B is
Weight.
just managing your weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to think weight was 1A.
Yeah. The bigger
We
the
don't
number, the better.
we don't think that anymore. That somebody might have a slightly higher body fat percentage, but if they do have the healthy lean muscle mass, that they're going to get the benefits from that. And the benefits, the list is fucking long.
So if you're 300 pounds, but 250 of it's muscle, then I mean,
you get what I'm getting at.
benefiting. No, I
Yes,
get exactly what you're saying.
you're getting what I'm getting at.
But to get back to that,
back to what do I do?
yeah, what's your gym? What's your routine?
Now remember, I'm a gym rat. So I work out a minimum usually of 6 times a week.
Okay.
If I only work out 5 times, it's because of schedule. I'm flying,
Very
something's
busy person.
happening.
Very, very busy.
But usually it's never less than 5. Even if I travel, I work out wherever I'm going. But 6, and I'll even work out 7 days a week.
Just because.
In my off day, my off day is what I call a miscellaneous day.
There you go.
And that could be the gym, or it could be some other type of activity, biking, something else,
Nice.
or
Yeah,
whatever. You know what I mean? So how it goes, I'll just use this week as an example. Monday was leg day.
Love leg day.
Tuesday was chest and triceps.
Okay.
Then Wednesday is back, and Thursday is shoulders.
Okay.
Then Friday, we're back to legs. Saturday, we are back to chest. And then Sunday would be the miscellaneous day.
That's an option, whatever you're feeling.
Now, if it happens to where they're like I have to take a day off during the week,
Yeah.
then it just moves everything one day over. But so where the miscellaneous day would have been the shoulders,
Gotcha.
so to speak.
Yeah,
Does
okay.
that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
And then starting the next week, it goes, so I do 2 body parts twice a week and 2 body parts once a week, and it rotates.
Gotcha.
So this week, the 2 body parts that I do twice are legs and chest. Yeah. And then what I do once is the back and shoulders.
So
and I never put chest and shoulders back to back.
each other. Yeah.
You never do that.
Yeah. Bad for the joints and whatnot.
Right. So next Monday will be back, shoulders, then legs, chest, back, shoulders.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I do that because I do think that hitting muscles, if you can hit all of your muscles twice a week, I do think that's very good for people who have goals like I do.
I'm pretty sure that scientifically you want to hit the same muscle group at least twice within like a 3 to 4 day
You
period.
can't, it depends. There's
maximum
more than
goals. For maximum goals, yeah.
How about this? There's more than one right answer. I'm glad that you bring that up.
100%.
There's more than one right answer, that people treat this like a religion, like their way, and it's the only way, and that's just total bullshit. But I can tell you that when I was doing that at 56 years old, I was not getting the results. I just wasn't recovering fast enough. I just wasn't, my progress stopped. The
Plateaued.
results I got were the results I got.
Yeah.
So I couldn't argue with that. And my results have been much better. I'm much fuller than I was a while back, a little bit thicker. The camera doesn't always, sometimes it does me justice, sometimes it doesn't. When I just posted a video of me squatting, my fucking calves looked horrible. Like they looked worse than they are. And my calves aren't great, but my calves weren't as bad as they looked in this video.
Hey, like I tell you, the lighting does a lot. Lighting does a lot.
Well, and the angle, whether it's down,
100%.
up, side, it just does. And it's so funny because my girlfriend, Dawn, has fucking great calves. Like the most perfect calves. If any dude out there would be proud to have my girlfriend's calves. They would.
I think that's like the number one body part that men really wish they had.
And her son, well, first of all, she doesn't train her calves.
Of course she doesn't. Yeah, of course she doesn't. Yeah.
No. And then her son, he's a big power lifter, fucking huge calves. I mean, she's got like perfect bodybuilder calves.
Yeah.
He's got monster fucking calves.
And got tree
And
trunks.
he gets asked all the time, what do you do for your calves?
He said
And it's nothing.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Nothing.
I feel like that's such a common thing with people with like massive calves.
Now, I'm not saying that you can't improve a body part. Absolutely, even calves.
Yeah.
And the calves are one of the more difficult ones to improve
Very.
because they get so much use.
Correct.
Okay, so you have to hammer. Now, I will say that. So I not only do calves on leg day, I do calves whenever the fuck I can. 3 sets, 5 sets, do 100 reps,
Like even while you're
whenever,
resting.
like what,
Like do
I'll
like,
do something and in between hit calves.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I hit calves all the motherfucking time. Here's what I can't do. Well, first of all, you stupid motherfucking trolls who don't even work out. My calves are not my legs. My calves are my calves. You could say it's part of my leg, but it doesn't determine my legs.
entirety of the
I
leg.
mean, I got some decent. My legs do not suck. They're not like the bodybuilder, huge, big, giant
Tree
things.
trunks is
They're
what
not
I
tree
like.
trunks.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but they're solid.
Yeah.
My legs are solid and they're strong. So, but here's what you can't do. And I tell people, when I coach people or have conversations, I love dropping some old man knowledge on a newbie at the gym, that we can make what God gave us better. That's what we can do. We can make what God gave us better. What we can't do is change what God gave us. God gave me a calf that is short in length. And we can compare. We can show you. And someone might have the potential. I've said, like, you got good potential. Now, if you work out your calf, you're going to see some results because your calf is 2 inches fucking longer than mine. I can stretch it. I can do whatever. I'm not going to be able to make it longer. I can make what God gave me bigger,
Nice and thick.
but it's going to be short and big. Okay, that's the best I can do is a bigger short calf. That's the best I'm ever going to be able to do. It's no different than my big sister Joni when I trained her. She has fantastic legs. But, we all have this body thing, and how we view ourselves and looking in the mirror. And she has, and my girlfriend, same way. And you know what the both of them have in common? Cheerleading.
Okay.
Cheerleading.
Yeah. It's usually always like a background of like some
She's
sort of
got,
cheerleading
my
or
girlfriend
something.
has solid motherfucking legs, man. Solid, strong, muscled, not overly big, but like solid. But they're not going to become, and she looks great in dresses, but they're not going to become pencil legs in a dress. She can never shape her legs like that. They're always going to have a muscular tone to them. And my big sister Joni, when she started, dieting and training and stuff, I'm like, you got to take in she's been with me with my journey with God and everything too. So it's just interesting. I'm telling you, Joni, this is what God gave you. God gave you these awesome legs. And she, besides being a cheerleader, she also ran track in high school.
Okay.
Sprinter.
Bro, that's
Look
a
at
big one.
sprinters'
That's a big
legs.
one.
Right?
That is a massive one. Sprinters, oh my God.
But
their
you
legs are
understand
super
what I'm
good.
saying? But
Oh,
they're
yeah.
tight and they're hard. You can make what God gave you tight and hard again and make that look really good. But this thing you think you like over here, you can't ever have that. God didn't give you that. He gave you this.
Yeah, you were meant
You
to have
can
it.
make what God gave you. You can make this. You can make this better.
And I think that's like a big misunderstanding that people have is size means strength, right? There's a lot of people that I know that are genuinely just smaller than other people, but their strength behind it is just, it's different. And I think that's one thing people need to get over is size does not equal strength.
Growing up rural, growing up where I raised pigs and, my cousins lived on a farm and people baled, young boys baled hay, for $1 an hour
Yeah,
growing
Jesus
up,
Christ.
right? Yeah. In this,
In the sun?
in this,
Yeah,
in the
God
sun, in the humidity, in the shit.
Oh, and this was back in
for
Ohio,
$1, $2 an hour. Yeah,
damn.
motherfucker.
God damn.
Skinny ass motherfuckers, man. Strong as hell. You meet those dudes on a wrestling mat,
That farmer
that
strength is
farm
different.
boy will tear you the fuck up.
I've learned that
I
myself.
promise you that they will. Amen to that. So yeah, skinny strong is a thing,
It is
brother.
definitely oh my God.
It is.
Farmer
It is a
strength
thing. Farmer strength is real.
It is a thing for sure.
And you know what else? Because my grandpa had it, my uncle had it. I don't have it. I don't have it. And I don't have, let's just say it for what it is now, okay? And I'll play Eminem here.
All right.
Okay? I'll just call myself out. I got just an average dick, dude. I don't have a small dick, but you look at my hands, I don't have big hands. I think what big hands, big feet supposed to mean
Something
big
like
dick,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't got that. And if I did, I'd be a porn star.
We did talk about that. We did talk about that the other day. Yeah. Hey,
But
we never
I'm
know.
not.
We don't know where this podcast will lead us. So you know what kind of guests we'll end up having.
I don't know, but I am pretty good. I will say that. But I can perform like one sometimes, even at 56. But no, I don't. No, it's not like a club. I'm not going to beat you with it. It's not a club. I'm not going to beat you with it. So in my hands, and the farm hands, the farmers, man, they always had these, even when they didn't look big.
Thick hands.
Thick. Like they just overwhelmed your hand, even not by just always length. It'd be a little bit, but the overall thickness of that motherfucker.
Same thing. So my dad,
And it never goes away.
Same
They
thing.
keep that shit all their life. Your dad has those hands
my
today.
dad has those exact hands. We have the exact same size hand, but when I put my hand next to his, my thumb is the size of his pinky. That's how thick his hands are. Like it's ridiculous. Yeah. And
It's
it's
funny.
just from that, like, just having to do manual labor the entire life. Your hands just get thick, and that's, oh man, it's crazy. It really is crazy how dramatic. And when you actually pay attention to a farmer's or someone that works with their hands like day in day out, the difference between the thickness in people's hands, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's a little scary at times. Like, Jesus Christ, what kind of hand is that?
It's funny,
Yeah.
but it's true.
Very true.
All true. So I didn't get to it yet.
Oh yeah,
I still haven't gotten to the story.
It's only been 40 minutes.
But let's do the story. All right. So I was doing a consultation. A dad contacted me, been following me on Facebook, and, can tell I'm no bullshit, that I truly care, helping people. I offer information. His son had low T. They wanted to do, I think, pellets or cream, and that's not really the direction his son wanted to go. Could I talk to him? Could I give him some advice, right? And I said yes, So his son contacted me. We scheduled a time to talk. And I think the other day, we spent 40 minutes on the phone,
Jeez,
right?
That is not a short time.
Not a short time. And maybe in the very, very near future, because up until now, I haven't charged for initial consultations.
And it might be something you want to get into.
Yeah, just like in my initial days as a financial advisor, I didn't charge for the financial plan until somebody said, well, I think this is really great, and we'll let you know how it goes. And I didn't let them take it with them. I put it in the trash. And that's what I did. And that was the last free financial plan I ever did. And after that, I charged for it because of my experience and time and expertise. Like, you're going to motherfucking pay me, dude. Or go somewhere else. You want free? Go somebody else, other motherfucker, right?
It's nice and simple, isn't it?
So spent 40 minutes with him, and we had done some, texting. We talked. I worked it out, showing him, the testosterone and, get him on the plan. And it was, for 2.5 months, it's going to be like $95, right? Is what it's going to be.
Yeah, less than $100.
Yeah, less than $100 for 2.5 months. In most clinics, you're gonna pay over $200, right? And this is gonna do it right, and you're gonna get the injections and be able to do what you need to do and control it better, because you do control it much better, and you're able to make adjustments that you can't make with the pellets, because once they put the pellets in you, they're in you.
Is this up the booty hole type of thing, or is it like?
Oh, come on, man!
What
is
it like a capsule? Well, I don't know. I mean, because back when I was working at the dispensary, like they're very common. Weirdly enough, like I forget what the actual word is for it, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what type of medicine you're talking besides a suppository that you're sticking up your ass. That's the word
I'm looking for. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
no, we're not sticking.
When you said capsule, that's the only thing. I don't know why. But
no capsule.
Anyways,
we're not sticking testosterone up anybody's ass. You're gonna stick the needle into an ass cheek.
Yeah, but you were talking about the capsule things.
No, I was talking about pellets.
Pellets. Yeah,
pellets.
Pellets. See,
pellets. They put under the skin. You put it in your body. Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. It just sounds like something that comes out of the body.
Good. But it's not going in your ass. Good Lord. And then the cream, it's just a pain in the ass. People usually have to do it a couple times a day. They have to worry about, are you measuring the right amount? Are you getting it on your partner? Yeah, it's just not the best, most efficient. You just don't get as good of results with it as you do the injection. The reason they even offer this shit is just an alternative for the guys, usually, who are pussies about needles. All right? So that's just it. So I get this guy basically all set up, and then I end up sending him his money back because he asked me a couple questions that honestly kind of pissed me off after I already spent all this time with him about the product. Now, the product gets tested twice, okay? And asked me about the safety of it, and then asked if it's the same thing I use. That one just fired me up, and I just sent his money back and go like, dude, you can go fucking somewhere else and get help. After what you're going to insult me? Well, I don't know. I didn't mean to insult you. Yeah, it's motherfucking insulting to fucking ask me or to assume that I'm keeping all the good shit for myself, okay, and telling you how to get mediocre shit. That ain't how it motherfucking works. I got into this in the whole first place is because I wanted to get good, legitimate product and not get ripped off. And I want to help people do it right because I thought I knew a lot. Anybody that comes to me, I don't care what they tell me as far as what research they've done, okay, or what experience they have. Because the only experience you have is what you've done and whatever you've heard a couple of gym bros that you have done. You don't have my experience of pushing close to helping over 5,000 people now. You don't have that experience over 15 fucking years. And 15 years of using experience you don't have. Besides all the reading and education and all the work that goes into studying and understanding and how it works. And then there's the real world application to it. Because let me give you this example on something totally different. One of the greatest fucking peptides in the history of peptides is BPC 157. and it's a healing peptide. And the legend of BPC 157 continues to grow every day. Literally. It keeps, and when I first heard about it, I don't know, 5 years ago now, maybe, that, it had already been around for a minute. It already had, the people who loved it and its backers back then, and you couldn't find anybody talk shit about it. Not anybody. You're like, this has got to be too good to be true. Because when something's too good to be true, it's what? It's too good to be true. No. But it comes down to this. Dosage matters. Timing matters. And you have people out there with a protocol of doing a certain amount, a certain way, and then people don't get results. And then they think, well, BPC wants to, yeah, people say it's really good. Didn't do anything for me. Well, maybe you didn't take it appropriately. Maybe you got bad information. I'll give another example. AOD 9604 is a fat-burning peptide, okay? And we only recently started recommending it. And it first started recommending it because I was working with clients who were also doing semaglutide, Ozempic, or tirzepatide, the Mounjaro, okay? And some of the best doctors that I had been, talking to and stuff, started using that for people who kind of maybe got to a plateau. And they started adding it in there with the semaglutide, right? Or in addition to the semaglutide as part of the overall protocol. Yeah. Well, you see that the micrograms for the typical dosage was around 300 up to 500. Well, I can tell you what the experience has been. Now, after over 6 months of working with it, hands-on, recommending it to people, I don't really recommend the 333 micrograms anymore. And I'm not trying to say more is always better either, but I'm trying to say that the people that are doing the 500 micrograms a day are all, loving it and telling me they're loving it and saying, hey, I'm going to get more of this stuff. Thank you for the recommendation. I love this stuff. Now, these are also people that are putting in the work. They're not just looking for some shortcut like people want to allude to. We just diet harder. Get the fuck out of here. We all have lives too, and I'm super dedicated and I'm, hardcore. But you got to realize everybody isn't us. And we just want people healthier and to be the best that they can be. And that's what I mean when you talk about this and working out that, if we can just get people, I don't even tell people 2 days a week, even though 2 days a week does qualify. I tell people 3.
For the gym or for what?
For the gym, yeah. Lifting. And 30 to 45 minutes 3 times a week. When really, if they did 30 twice a week and were really serious about it and didn't dick around for that 30 minutes, they're going to definitely see a difference. And especially for people that are on a diet or, cleaning up their diet and using something like a tool, like semaglutide, where the big thing is you're going to lose muscle. You lose muscle when you're not using your muscle. You lose muscle when you're not taking in enough protein to be able to build muscle and then make your body adapt to the lifting. The lifting is important. And at a minimum, and you don't have enough people, and we're going to do a whole show probably on semaglutide and these tools, but the problem is we have doctors prescribing it that aren't educated and know enough about nutrition, and they don't train. They don't work out themselves. And if you got to tell people that this is a tool for lifestyle change. Now, can it help some people lose weight without making a lifestyle change? Yes, but they won't keep it off. They will fail. That doesn't mean that the tool failed. It means they didn't use the tool properly. Stop blaming the tool for your lack of not making the change. It's a tool to help you better make the change. Because again, people struggle with discipline.
I think that's like a very common thing that happens, even with people not
And
using anything like
motivation.
that. It's the motivation. People get fit once and they feel good for about a week and a half,
Yeah.
and they feel like they don't need to keep up
Yeah.
with their diet
Don't have to do
anymore
that
or
anymore.
lifting anymore.
Sure.
And then things go downhill, and
Something happens.
And what are they blame?
Somebody dies.
Definitely not them.
You know,
themselves. Yeah,
get fired. You know, there's no excuses. None. I tolerate none. I don't tolerate any motherfucking excuses in my life. I'm sure not going to tolerate any excuses in yours. That's where we get back to feelings. Why in the world would I give a fuck about your feelings if I don't give a fuck about mine? Because it doesn't matter how I feel. I do it the fuck anyways. That's what discipline is. That's why at 56 years old, I completed 75 hard in 83 days.
Did a little extra.
I did extra because I fucked up. And I did those days consecutively too. They were all done consecutively. I did more to get it done. But you know what I did? I did what it took to get it done. And were there days I didn't want to do that? Who the fuck wants to work out every day? Not 6 days a week, not 7 days a week.
And you're a morning person.
And doing it, again, working out 2 separate times, twice a day for 45 minutes or longer. And only in the beginning was my outside routine 45 minutes, only for maybe a couple of weeks. Eventually, my outside routine was at least an hour.
Wow.
And that was riding a bike. And I would ride 11 to 12 miles in that hour, okay? And then in the gym, I'm never there less than an hour.
I feel like it's...
Ever.
I mean, you can get something out of it being there less than an hour, but I feel like it's just...
You can, but I that's just not me. I've never done that.
It's the aesthetic of being in the gym for that long and being in that mentality and being in that, like, oh, I'm here to grind and get better. So why would I just want to be here for 30 minutes?
But my point is, there were days I did not want to do that. And what really sucks, what really pisses me off, is I documented the whole fucking thing on TikTok.
Oh, and then
it's gone. All of it is gone.
I guess
and you know why it's gone too? It's gone because when I bought a new fucking phone from Verizon and Apple and and the cloud motherfuckers lost some of my shit. Why can they never transfer shit like they're supposed to?
I couldn't tell you.
So fucking frustrating.
I'm sure they make more money.
Why am I spending all this money on the cloud every month when I thought my shit was in the cloud? Pull the shit off the fucking cloud, motherfucker. Like, I don't know. I don't do this shit. You do it. That's why I came in the store.
That's why we're paying you money.
Well, that's why I went to the store. I could have had them send the phone to my house and activated the phone, right? I didn't do that. I came to your store because I didn't want to do it. I'm paying you to do it because you're supposed to know how to fucking do it better. Stupid phone motherfuckers.
But I was gonna say, I guess we're just gonna have you do it all over again.
Yeah.
But this time I'll be there to record it for you.
Every morning before I got on the bike, I would do a video, record a video. Like a couple times maybe it was after, but almost every morning it was before for the most part. Yeah, very consistent about that. But I'm telling you, there were absolutely days I didn't want to do it, but it didn't matter. I did it anyways. And I got the results because I gave 100%. The number of people that think that, and it doesn't matter what you take, testosterone, nothing. If you do not get 100%, give 100%, you will not get 100% results. Stop thinking that, and if you're not getting the results you want in whatever part of your life, like for me, it's relationships, right?
I feel you.
Own it. Own that motherfucking shit. It's my fault. Doesn't matter if she's a fucking bitch. It's still my fault because I can only fix me. They're gone. I can only fix me. I can only work on me. I can only change me, and I can only change me when I own it. When I make it mine. Not when I blame other people, circumstances, things, other bullshit. There's no excuses that are good enough. None. None. You know, when people tell me, well, I got this going on in my life and this and this. So I do consulting, right? And my mom was dying. She was sick, cancer. And there came a point in time when it was just what was most important was that my mom not have pain anymore, and that the pain stop, and that the struggle stop. And it wasn't just her, it was my dad. You know, probably the greatest thing that I respect of anything that I've seen my dad do was care for my mom at the end of her life, because that's so hard. And my father-in-law did the same thing for his wife too. So I've seen it. I've seen it up close twice. All right. And I totally respect what he did. And we just wanted her to have comfort. So she got moved to a hospice facility, and we thought it was going to be that she'd maybe last a few days, a week tops, right? And I'm there every day. And it was hard to be there. At the very end, I couldn't be there. It was so hard. But it ended up being a few fucking weeks. Yeah, she hung.
She said, "Yeah, well, I'm not going yet."
She worried about my dad. That was it. That's why she hung on.
Isn't that such a beautiful thing?
Yeah. And but she slept a lot. When she wasn't sleeping and she was awake, we would talk to her. We would hold her hand. You know, we would, bend down, kiss her forehead, whisper in her ear, do whatever we could. But she was, when they're going through the dying stages, they sleep a lot. When she was sleeping, you know what I did?
What was that?
I worked. I worked on my motherfucking phone. I did my consulting. I talked to clients. And they would know because I put everything about my life out on social media. They knew, well, I know, your mom's going through. I wasn't sure, if I should call you or not. I'm like, look, motherfucker, I don't have the kind of work plan you do. I don't get so many days. I don't have FMLA. I don't have FMLA, dude. Okay, I still got fucking bills to pay. Okay, so let's do your consultation here. Let's roll. Quick, so Mom's sleeping. Yeah. I'm working. So when people say they don't have time or something's going on in life, that's why, like, none of that shit flies with me, man. None of that shit flies with me. Because I know what I did, and what I did wasn't special. What I did was what you had to fucking do. Do what you have to do. Just so many people, like, this is going to be a theme for a while, just bitching about the cost of this or that or this going on. Just shut the fuck up and make more. Figure out a fucking way, You want to tell me you're doing everything, you don't have time, but I got family. I got this. Well, one of you motherfuckers need to get off the couch. You, her, somebody has to do something. Because nobody owes you. Nobody owes you. You owe you. So do right by you. You're hurting? Get something for the pain. Finish. Push. Do what you got to do, man. It just is. So there you go. So I worked. That's what the story was. I worked. It was difficult. Hard.
No, but yeah, I can see exactly why. Zero tolerance for things like that, right?
Dude, it's just part of my makeup. I'm sorry. It's just who I am. I'm not doing it to be a dick to somebody.
Exactly.
I'm doing it, motherfucker. I did it.
Because life. That is life.
It's life, man.
And-
And life is hard.
Exactly.
Accept the hard and embrace the hard. How many people that do you, I don't know people. I don't. I do not know people that have an easy life, that have a good life. Maybe they're out there. I don't know them, but I can damn well guarantee you that people that have a good life also have a hard life. And they just accept it for what it is and do what they have to do. And that's what this is about. And to be able to do these things, I believe that testosterone, back to our main thing,
Our nice little core, huh?
back to our main thing, that testosterone plays a role in that. And I think it's harder to do if you're not the man you should be, because what makes you a man, you don't have enough of. And it doesn't make you lesser of a man to be injecting it, or lesser of a man because your body isn't producing enough of it. Who the fuck cares? Fix it for yourself. And when you are better, your family will be better, your business will be, you'll be a fucking lion again. Because I can god dang guarantee that lions are full of fucking testosterone. All right, there you go. That's it for today. And I love you guys. I love doing this. This has been great. Love this episode. You know, subscribe, like, share, do all that fucking fancy shit, and share it with other people so we can keep growing here, and commenting. Give us some feedback. I appreciate the feedback. This is the Outlaw Apostle Show. I'm Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy.